From freezing cold Lowell Park in Cotuit, Massachusetts, the game ends in a tie, 3-3 after 10 innings, because this place doesn't have lights, because the time limit was reached, and frankly, it's like kissing your sister. But we're here to break down the game as usual. Gatemen Postgame Live, thanks for joining us. Matt Feld, Jacob Toby, Andre Sims, and I'm Jake Garcia. Matt, you have become known for breaking down significant innings, and the ninth inning tonight was one where a lot of the action happened. You have some questionable calls that were made in the ninth inning. One a defensive miscue, one a pitching miscue, and then one a pitch selection miscue.
And I think it's unfortunate because in the top of the ninth, you have Alex Destino, who comes through with a base hit off someone who made him look silly last week to put you on top. And in the bottom of the ninth, there was three things that stood out to me. One, I was surprised that the coaching staff elected not to put in Nico Giarratano at shortstop and move Preston Grand Prix over to third base for defense. Shaver played a terrific game at third base, all in all. I'm just surprised, based on what we've been accustomed to seeing, that change was not made. Then I was surprised that Ryan Wilson came in for Hogan Harris at the way he'd been pitching so well. Jake is freezing.
I'm like, I can't talk.
The only thing I would say is that if you're going to do that, that's fine. But have Wilson start the inning clean, and then lastly,
The pitch selection.
the pitch selection. Right. The pitch selection. Ryan Wilson likes to throw 4 straight fastballs. I'm a little surprised he's got a very good curveball and ends up giving up the game-tying hit on that 4th fastball.
Andre will bring you in now. Wareham commits 3 errors today after going 3 straight games without having committed an error. How did that set them back, both, I guess, offensively and defensively?
I mean, it led to 2 earned runs defensively, which is always troubling, not something you want to see, especially in such a low-scoring ball game. But on top of that, it kept their defense on the field longer, so to speak. Like, innings became stretched out, it hiked up pitch counts, and it really changed the complexions of the innings where it happened. I mean, the one that's excusable is Grand Prix at short. There's really not much you can do about the umpire standing right in front of you. But the other
than ask the umpire to move.
Well, yes. But, like, mid-play, the umpire was, like, trying to get out of the way, and, like, he actually didn't line up in front of Grand Prix. He ranged over to where he was right behind the umpire. It was this whole complex situation. But, nonetheless, the Gavin Sheets error at first where he missed the scoop, you don't really like to see that happen, and then the throwing error from Shaver where he airmailed Sheets at first. So those two cost the Gatemen big time in this game, and coming off of, like you said, so many clean games, that's the regression that you don't really want to see.
It was certainly an interesting umpired game tonight. The home plate umpire, from my vantage point, was swayed by the crowd on 2 strike 3 calls, pitches that probably weren't strikes, but because everyone was into it, the impulse reaction said strike 3. Jacob,
that influenced Jerry Weinstein.
True. Jacob will bring you in for your takeaway on this game. We saw a flip-flop at the top of the order tonight. Cole Freeman batted leadoff, Joey Bartosik batted second, and it worked. 2 hits for each of them.
Yeah, I was going to say they had 2 hits, but that's fine too. So Bartosik's usually been leading off for this Gatemen team. And Cole Freeman's usually been batting second, but Jerry Weinstein decided to flip-flop them and see what was going on. We know that Cole Freeman has intense speed. We also know that Bartosik has intense speed out in center field, but I think Cole Freeman, he's been beating out a ton of infield ground balls for base hits. They both went 2 for 5 tonight. I was talking to Jerry Weinstein after the game, and he said, a lot of these players are going to have a chance to be leadoff hitters at some point in their careers, whether it's now, the minors, the majors. So why not start now? Why not get them reps now? And it's an interesting 1-2 combo, whether it's Bartosik at 1 or Cole Freeman at 1, they're both dynamic in base stealing. So I just it's interesting to see what Jerry Weinstein has in store for the lineup.
As much as I want to end this post-game show now because we're all freezing, we're going to keep with the format of the show and deliver one final hot take. We're not embracing debate because no one's arguing with each other. It's just your hot take from the game. We'll go down the aisle. Andre, start with you.
I wasn't even prepared for my hot take.
That's a pass. You lose, Matt.
Sizzling take. No, I'm actually going to... Okay, chill there. Just to piggyback, ironically, off what Jake said the last time we were here, this is about throwing and catching. And quite frankly, no.
It's a Kip Cup baseball.
Yeah. Ironically enough, though, that Ethan Small, this is multiple times now that we've seen pitchers' inability to throw the ball to first base. I thought Ethan Small rushed. I thought Shaver rushed in the 9th inning. And all in all, you have to realize as a fielder, I know it's tough, obviously, there's a lot going on at once, but you have to be able to compose yourself, know who the hitter is at the plate, his speed, and his ability, so you know how much time you have, because I thought in both chances, the fielders had more time than they actually realized.
I'm going to say a number to you guys, and it's 21. That's the men left on base here in the past 2 games for the Gatemen. 21 men left on base between Chatham, the 11-inning loss, and tonight, and extras as well. So the Gatemen got to do a better job of driving in runners on base.
Nico Giordano had 5 of those, in case you didn't know.
Jesus.
Wow.
We were just making fun of Jacob from something earlier. So with that, we will say good night from Lowell Park. Thanks for watching Gatemen Postgame Live. As the final score reflected on the scoreboard prior, not anymore, it's 3-3. We will head tomorrow to Harwich, where there will be a 5:30 start time for everyone here. Thanks for watching, and good night.